Hi guys, welcome back to Colorado Garden Adventures. I'm Jacelyn. So today we got one of our raised beds put in. So this one is in the back. Earlier, a couple weeks ago, we made 2 new raised beds up in the front for raspberries. So back here will be for my other plants. So let me finish getting the dirt put in and I'll show you guys a before and after. Okay, so this is the new raised bed. It's 12 foot by 2 foot, so it added 24 square foot to the backyard. So in here I'm going to be planting cucumbers, zucchini, I have some artichokes to plant, and we'll see what else we get in here. Okay, so I have 2 different kinds of zucchini here. I have some gray zucchini and some 8-ball zucchini from Seeds and Such. I planted these last year. They did not do great because I planted them next to pumpkin, and I learned that you cannot plant summer squash next to pumpkin. I only got a couple of each. So we're gonna plant them up here where my pumpkins are in the way back. So we will see what we can get this year. So I'm just gonna do 2 plants of each. These 8-ball zucchini are supposed to be more compact, and they produce small little squashes. So I like the idea of that a lot better because my husband does not like zucchini unless it is in zucchini bread. And I love zucchini, but I cannot eat a whole zucchini most of the time. I made these garden markers over the winter. So these are just paint sticks that I painted white and then got a Sharpie and wrote out the name of the vegetable, and then I printed these off of Google and Mod Podged them on there. I have no idea how long these will last, if they will last at all. So we'll see. Okay, the cucumbers I'm planting this year are Slice More cucumbers from Seeds and Such. I have planted these varieties in the past. I don't eat cucumbers. My husband does. He's never complained, so I think he likes them. I don't like cucumbers or pickles or anything, so I don't do anything with these cucumbers except slice them up for him. These are the artichokes that I started from winter sowing. So these are Colorado Red Artichokes. I believe these are from Baker Creek. They were the only things in my winter sowing that actually came up. So I'm not sure that I will continue to do winter sowing. We'll see. But hopefully these artichokes do well enough that it will make it worth it. in the back along the fence, I'm gonna plant some zinnias. Zinnias are my favorite flowers, so I have quite a few different varieties. So I think I'm gonna do a mix of Queenie red lime zinnias and giant cactus flower to mix. Okay, so now I'm out on the other side of the raised bed and I'm gonna plant my rose over here. I'm very excited about this rose because I got one of these roses when I first moved into this house, and where I planted it, we decided we didn't want a flower bed there, so we ended up having to move it and it didn't survive. So I have looked for this rose for probably about 3 years now, and I finally found it this year. So I'm very excited to finally get it in my garden into a permanent place. So I will see if I can find the tag and show you guys a picture on the screen. Okay, some of the other stuff that I'm going to plant on this side, I have these, I think they're straw flower, but they're called Mohave, so they're a really pretty variety. I got them from a local greenhouse. They're looking very sad. I'm hoping if I get them in the ground today, they'll perk up a little bit. And then I have some calendula that I started inside from seed, which is also looking very sad. So hopefully with some more space, these will both do much better. So you can see these are very root bound. So I'm gonna break up the roots just a little bit, very gently, but hoping that with more space, they'll perk up. You don't want to rip the roots like I just did on that side. You want to try to be very gentle and just kind of loosen them a little bit so that they'll spread quicker. I'm gonna leave the tags with them. They will eventually fade and or blow away, but I figured for right now I would like to remember what I planted here. Okay, so I decided I am gonna plant some a tomato and a pepper over here. So this is a pineapple tomato. Those are from Baker Creek, I think. And this is a grande jalapeno. I think that's also from Baker Creek. I decided to move my artichokes, so I only have one artichoke over there now. I did a little bit of research to make sure that I wasn't gonna hurt anything planting tomatoes by artichokes. And I knew artichokes got big, but I guess I didn't realize how big they get. So they get to be about 4 foot wide, or they can get about that big. So I only left one in there, and then I moved one out to my garden outside of the fence, since I have a lot more space out there. Okay, so as you can tell on my tomato, it's got some damage. From my research, this could be from a couple different things. So it could be that I put it out too quickly. I didn't harden it off long enough. It could be that it got too cold. It could be that it got too hot. We have had some colder temperature nights, more than, or a little colder than tomatoes like, and we have had some really hot days. So it could be any number of things. I'm hoping that now that it's in the ground that it'll start recouping a little bit and do better. Okay, so this is what the overall bed looks like now that everything is planted. I think that's all I'm gonna get done today. I might plant some more flowers right in here, but I think that is good for today, and I will probably be out in the garden later this week to see what happens. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. See you next time.